I used to believe love was unbreakable. That when two people vowed their lives to each other, they meant it through sickness, through hardship, through the slight erosion of passion that life inevitably brings. I was wrong. 13 years. That's how long I loved her. Devoted myself to her. Built a life for us. I worked long hours at a firm I hated to make sure she never had to worry about money. I sacrificed, compromised, and forgave more than I should have. And yet one evening, as I walked through the door, carrying the bouquet of sunflowers she used to love, she was already sitting at the dining table with her arms crossed, a manila envelope in front of her. Her eyes, once warm, were cold steel. "I want a divorce." She said it so easily, as if she were asking me to pass the salt. I stared at her, trying to process, trying to breathe through the sudden crushing weight on my chest. Why? The word barely came out. Her lips curled in something that wasn't quite a smile. Because I'm tired of pretending. I felt the ground shift beneath me. Pretending, she sighed, like I was exhausting her. I haven't loved you in years, David. I stayed because it was convenient. But now, I want to be happy. And I found someone who actually makes me feel alive. I looked down at the envelope. Divorce papers already signed my name. The last missing piece I could have fought. Pleaded. Asked her to reconsider. But something in her gaze, so indifferent, so utterly devoid of the woman I married, was pointless. So I swallowed the lump in my throat, nodded, and quietly signed my name. A week later, she was celebrating her freedom at our restaurant. The one where I proposed. The one where we used to sit for hours, holding hands across the table, like giddy teenagers. The one where I had once believed in forever. She was there with him, the man she left me for. I should have walked away. Moved on, but I couldn't. Not yet. Because there was something she didn't know. Something I had discovered after she handed me those divorce papers, too eager to be rid of me. I wasn't the only lie in our marriage. And that night, as I walked into the restaurant, my heart wasn't heavy with grief anymore. It was steady. Ready? I spotted them immediately. She was laughing, her fingers dancing over his wrist, leaning into him the way she used to lean into me. She looked radiant. Reborn. Like she had won, but tonight wasn't her victory. I approached their table, a calm smile on my lips. She looked up, and for a brief second I saw something flicker in her eyes, annoyance, discomfort, before she masked it with a smirk. "Well, this is awkward," she said, swirling the wine in her glass. "Shouldn't you be—" "Congratulations on your freedom," I interrupted smoothly, sliding an envelope onto the table between them. She blinked. "What's this?" I didn't answer. Just watched as she hesitated, then slowly picked it up and unfolded the papers inside, and then I saw it. The moment realization sank in. The way her fingers trembled. The way her smirk vanished. Her lover, her new future, leaned in frowning. "What's wrong?" She didn't answer. Couldn't. So I did. "It's a DNA test." My voice was almost gentle. From the two children I raised as my own. Her breath hitched. Her knuckles went white. The man beside her frowned, confused. "DNA test? I don't understand." "They're not mine," I said simply. Silence. Thick. Suffocating. I turned to her, meeting her wide, horrified eyes. "Did you ever plan to tell me? Or was I just supposed to go to my grave believing I was their father?" Her mouth opened. Closed. No words came out. I leaned in slightly. "You see, I might have quietly signed those divorce papers. But I refuse to be the fool you take me for. For years, I had trusted her blindly, believed in the life we built together. And all along, I had been raising another man's children. She had stolen my right to the truth, to my own damn life. But tonight, I was reclaiming it. She swallowed hard, glancing around as if searching for an escape. David the First. I shook my head. Don't insult me with whatever excuse you're about to make. Her lover, her perfect new beginning, was looking at her differently now. The adoration in his eyes dimming. Doubt creeping in. I exhaled, slowly standing up. I'm not here for revenge, Charlotte. I just wanted you to know, I know. And then, with one final glance at the woman I had once loved, who had shattered me, without a second thought, I turned and walked away. She tried to reach out. A text. A call. Even showed up at my door once. I never answered. Because she wasn't sorry for what she did. She was sorry she got caught. Her lover. He didn't stick around for long. Turns out, men who cheat with married women don't always like discovering they weren't the only ones. And the kids. That was the hardest part. I loved them. God, I loved them. And they weren't to blame for their mother's sins. But I couldn't be their father anymore. I had to let them go. It broke me, but it also freed me. The last time I saw her was 6 months later. She looked different. Smaller, like the weight of her choices had finally settled on her shoulders. She called my name, eyes pleading. David, please. I met her gaze. And for the first time since that night at the restaurant, I felt nothing. No anger. No longing. No pain. Just peace. I'm done, Charlotte, I said quietly. I hope you find what you're looking for. But it's not me. Then I turned and walked away for the last time. Some betrayals burn you alive. Others carve you into someone new. Mine did both, but I survived. And in the end, she lost more than I ever did. Because while I may have lost a lie, she lost the only man who ever truly loved her. And that was justice.